Ever felt that heavy, sinking feeling in your stomach when you look at your credit card bill? That wave of shame or guilt that washes over you when you think about your loans? You're not alone. But have you ever stopped to wonder if the bank that lent you the money feels the same way? The answer is a hard no. Today, we are going to explore this massive emotional gap and why you need to stop feeling guilty about your debt right now. Let's start with a simple question. Why do we feel so much shame around debt? It's almost like a moral failing, isn't it? Well, there's a deep-seated historical reason for this. Let's do a little etymology deep dive. In many languages, the words for debt are intrinsically linked to concepts like sin or guilt. Think about the German word Schuld, which means both debt and guilt. In Old English, the word for sin was often used to describe a debt. Even in the Lord's Prayer, we say, "Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors." This connection has been woven into our cultural and psychological fabric for centuries. We've been conditioned to see debt not just as a financial transaction, but as a moral transgression. We feel we've done something wrong, that we've failed, and that we owe more than just money, we owe a moral penance. This inherited guilt is a powerful force, but it's based on an outdated and frankly unhelpful idea. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about something called corporate personhood. In the legal world, corporations are often treated as people. They have rights, they can own property, they can sue and be sued. But if a corporation is a person, why doesn't it have the same moral compass we do? Why does Bank feel a pang of guilt when it charges exorbitant interest rates or forecloses on a family's home? This is the great double standard of our financial system. We, the actual human beings, are expected to carry the full emotional weight of our financial obligations, to feel shame and remorse. Meanwhile, the corporate person on the other side of the transaction operates without any of those feelings. It's a person without a conscience, a person without empathy. Now, this legal fiction allows financial institutions to pursue profit relentlessly, without the messy inconvenience of human emotions like guilt or responsibility getting in the way. They get all the rights of being a person with none of the moral duties. Does that seem fair to you? So why can't banks feel? Simple. They're not designed to. A modern financial institution isn't a friendly neighborhood banker who knows your name. It's a vast, complex machine running on algorithms and data. When your loan application is approved or denied, it's not a person making a judgment call on your character. It's a computer program calculating risk based on hundreds of variables. When you miss a payment and the late fees start piling up, it's an automated process. There's no emotion involved because the system is built to be impersonal. The primary directive of this machine is to maximize profit for its shareholders. Your personal struggles, your sleepless nights, your feelings of shame, they don't compute. They are irrelevant variables in a purely mathematical equation. Guilt is a human emotion. A bank is a financial engine. Expecting it to feel guilty is like expecting your calculator to feel sad. It's just not what it's built for. Understanding this is crucial. You're not in a moral battle with a person. You're in a financial transaction with a system. Okay. So if the other side is playing a cold, hard numbers game, what happens if we start doing the same? It's time to flip the script and adopt what economists call a rational actor mindset. This is about taking the emotion out of it and seeing debt for what it is, a financial tool. It's not a measure of your worth as a person. It's not a sin you need to atone for. It's just leverage. Then wealthy people and successful corporations use debt as a tool all the time to build businesses, buy assets, and generate more wealth. They don't lose sleep over it. They see it as a strategic move in the game of finance. So how can you start thinking like this? First, separate your identity from your debt. You are not your loan. You are not your credit score. These are just numbers. Second, get educated. Learn everything you can about interest rates, repayment strategies, and your legal rights. Knowledge is power, and it's the best antidote to fear and shame. Create a concrete, logical plan to manage your debt, whether it's the snowball method, the avalanche method, or negotiating with your creditors. Take action based on strategy, not on guilt. When you approach your debt as a problem to be solved, rather than a moral failing to be ashamed of, you reclaim your power. You stop being a victim of your emotions and start becoming the architect of your financial future. Let's bring this all together. We've been conditioned for centuries to feel guilty about debt, linking it to sin and moral failure. But the financial institutions on the other side of that debt, despite being legal persons, feel absolutely nothing. They operate as cold, calculating machines built for one purpose: profit. The shame you feel is a one-sided burden, and it's time to put it down. It's not serving you. It's not helping you pay off your debt faster. All it does is cause you stress and anxiety. So, I'm calling on you today to make a change. Reevaluate your relationship with debt. See it as a financial tool, not a reflection of your character. Commit to boosting your financial literacy, because understanding the system is the first step to beating it at its own game. And finally, let's talk more openly about these things. Let's advocate for a fairer, more transparent financial system where the deck isn't so stacked against the individual. You have the power to change your mindset, and in doing so, change your life. Shed the guilt. Pick up the calculator. You've got this. Thanks so much for watching. If this video helped you see things in a new light, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that empowers you to take control of your finances. Drop a comment below and let me know your biggest takeaway. See you in the next one.